The story begins with a young woman, Evelyn, who has spent years searching for clues about her parents, who mysteriously vanished when she was a child. One day she receives a letter postmarked from a remote town she's never heard of. Inside the envelope is a key and a cryptic message. The answers you seek lie within the house of glass. Trust only what you feel, not what you see. Compelled by a mixture of curiosity and longing, Evelyn travels to the town. When she arrives, she finds a desolate mansion standing on the edge of a dense forest. The mansion, known locally as the Reflection House, is infamous for its strange architecture. Its walls are lined with mirrors of all shapes and sizes. The locals avoid it, calling it cursed. Evelyn dismisses their warnings, convinced that this house holds the secrets to her family's disappearance. As she steps inside, the mirrors immediately demand her attention. They are not ordinary, they shimmer faintly, even in the dim light, as though alive. Exploring further, Evelyn notices a strange pattern. No matter where she moves, the reflections in the mirrors don't quite align with reality. Sometimes her reflection lags behind her movements, other times it seems to glance toward something she hasn't noticed yet. Evelyn spends her first night in the house feeling an unshakable sense of unease. The mirrors seem to hum faintly, their surfaces rippling as though made of liquid instead of glass. She begins to wonder if staying there was a mistake. But as she prepares to leave the next morning, she finds the key has disappeared, and the front door refuses to open. The windows are now sealed by mirrors that weren't there before. As days pass, Evelyn discovers that the mirrors show glimpses of events that never happened or perhaps did, but in another timeline. One mirror displays her parents arguing furiously, something she never witnessed in her childhood. Another shows herself as a child running through a forest, pursued by shadowy figures. The more she watches, the more she feels the mirrors are trying to reveal something, but the messages are fragmented and distorted. One night, Evelyn notices that the mirrors begin syncing to her memories, replaying them in vivid detail. But they are not exact recreations. In every scene there is a recurring figure, a man with no face, standing in the background, always watching. She realizes this figure has been present in every reflection since she entered the house, even in scenes where he had no logical place. Her growing fear is amplified by the feeling that the house is alive, feeding off her confusion. The climax comes when Evelyn stumbles upon a hidden room deep within the mansion. The room is circular, with every wall covered by mirrors that converge at a single, central mirror standing like a gateway. This mirror, larger than the others and carved with symbols she cannot decipher, is unlike any she has encountered. When she approaches it, her reflection begins moving independently of her, mimicking her movements a few seconds too late. As she examines it closer, the mirror ripples, and her reflection speaks to her without using her voice. The reflection tells her the truth about her parents. They had discovered the mansion's existence and its link to parallel worlds. The mirrors, it reveals, are portals that connect different versions of reality. Her parents had entered one of these mirrors, seeking to escape a threat in their own world, but they never returned. Evelyn realizes she is not only trapped but is also being drawn into a decision, to follow her parents into the unknown or to break free from the mansion's grasp, potentially destroying the mirrors and the secrets they hold forever. Evelyn's final act is both desperate and defiant. Armed with a shard of a broken mirror, she strikes the central mirror, shattering it into thousands of pieces. As the mirror breaks, the house trembles and the mirrors begin to dissolve into nothingness. Evelyn collapses, and when she wakes up, she finds herself in the forest outside the mansion. The house is gone, leaving no trace it ever existed. Though free, Evelyn knows her life will never be the same. The fragments of the memories she saw haunt her, as does the knowledge that somewhere, in another reality, her parents might still be alive. She carries with her a single shard of the broken central mirror, which still shimmers faintly in the light, a reminder of the house and the alternate lives she will never truly understand.